Welcome, viewers. Today again, we're here, to discuss very fundamental, basic issue that has affected the growth of development in our country, since we got into the democratic dispensation. One of these fourth line that is clearly that we must discuss is how the traditional institution has been weakened. Let me tell you, a lot of people don't pay attention to it, but we have to pay attention to it because the traditional institution should have been one of the very important aspects of our democratic development, of our progression into national, cohesion. Because the fourth lines that this brings, if for the inability of these traditional rulers to carry out their functions without any form of intimidation, any form of harassment or coercion, we must free them from the caprices and control of the state emperors. These state emperors, I've always talked about them. They are the state governors. They weigh too much power. They don't allow any other thing to work in their state. The traditional, you cannot expect somebody like Oba of Benin, somebody like Ata of Igala, a kingdom that have been on for ages, to be under the control of a state local government chairman. That means if he goes against anything the governor said today, it is the local government chairman that will remove him. Imagine Oba of Ife. This is wrong. Or Oba of Lagos. To now be under the control of a local government chairman, we must be able to establish what we call National Council for Traditional Rulers. Just like we have NJC, National Council for Judicial Officers. We must have the National Council for Traditional Rulers where they will decide what they will do, and it must be working with the National Council for Art and Culture so that we can progress in a way that must give integrity, give respect, and give foundation to our traditional rulers. They are afraid. Most of them can't talk because the governors will remove them. They will be suspended. It has happened in Kano. It has happened in other states. We don't have traditional institutions that have the capacity to defend their own their intelligence and also bring forth to educate the public of the many years of traditional heritage. This issue is not helping us because we must, in a state, one person cannot only control power. In a state, it cannot be only the governor. In a state, if you go to the judiciary, the CG of Kogi State was just retired, and he was talking about how the financial autonomy for state judicial officers is very important. The financial autonomy for state assembly is very important. Tell me anywhere in any state that any state assembly is challenging the governor. It's not possible, because if you challenge the governor, in the next 24 hours, the speakers will be removed. The principal officer of the state assembly will be removed. So we still have a National Assembly that is very dependent. But we have state assembly that have become tutelage to the government in power. They have become like toothless bulldogs. The only thing they do is to approve budget. And they approve it hook, line, and sinker, the way the governor will submit it to them. So this is not good for our democracy. We must sit down as a people, like I've said, to be able to discuss this very dangerous part, this part that the state assembly are in the hands of the governor, that the what they call traditional rulers cannot freely speak, the local government chairman are in the state of the governor. They know this. They know this, that this is the reason why state system is not progressing. This is the reason why local government are not even dependent to work on their own. 2/3 of the local government in Nigeria are run by fiat. They are not run by elected officers. They can be suspended and removed. So how do we manage our growth? Please, we must sit down and rediscuss this issue for the benefit of our yet unborn children and those who are growing up. Thank you very much for watching.